Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, man. We're gonna just jump right into some videos today, and the first video that we'll be checking out is titled "What is Anzac Day?" And I don't know what that is, but you know, as I check out more Australian videos, random things will pop up on my YouTube because, well, my YouTube is now Australian, obviously. So yeah, without further ado, let's check out this video and see what it's all about. And thank you guys for watching this video, first of all, and I appreciate that. And I must say, please do leave your suggestions and recommendations in the comment section, and yeah, I'll check those videos out as soon as possible. And you know, without further ado, let's get right into this video. This immediately reminded me of that video, Dumb Ways to Die. Versions.
Every year in Australia, we commemorate a very important day in Australian history known as Anzac Day. At this time of the year, you might
Okay, I was hoping for somebody to say something about this building, but where is this building? Look, is this actually in Australia? Because this is a phenomenal looking building, and I would not have expected this building to be in Australia, first of all. But let me know.
It's Anzac Day. At this time of the year, you might sometimes bake Anzac biscuits or stand in silence to reflect and remember Anzac soldiers. But do you know who the Anzacs were and why it is important that we commemorate this day? In 1914, the world was in turmoil at the outbreak of World War I.
Right.
Though Australia and New Zealand were considered young nations, both of these...
So, this is about both countries, Australia and New Zealand? This is exactly why I'm happy that I, you know, include New Zealand on this channel, because though the channel is called Your Boss Aussie, you know, I've gotten recommendations regarding New Zealand, and a lot of the things that are involved in Australia has New Zealanders in it, and I was really shocked at that. So I'm happy that both countries are actually included on this channel, though the name only says Aussie. New Zealand is very much included as well, so shout out to New Zealand. But I had no idea this was military, which I love military, and actually about both countries.
These countries came together to help their British allies in the war. These soldiers were called Anzacs, which stands for Australia and New Zealand Army Corps. On the 25th of April 1915, the Anzacs travelled to a place called the Gallipoli Peninsula to capture the Turkish capital of Istanbul, known then as Constantinople. However, they were met by a fierce defence from Ottoman Turkish soldiers. What they had hoped to be a quick campaign turned out to be 8 months of brutal warfare. 8 months after their arrival, the Anzacs evacuated from Gallipoli, but not before many soldiers had given their life or suffered great injuries. In fact, over 10,000 Anzacs died at the fierce hand of the war at Gallipoli.
10,000?
Upon their return, Australia has commemorated Anzac Day since the 25th of April 1916, 1 year after the Anzacs first arrived at Gallipoli. There are many symbols and emblems that you might recognise on Anzac Day. Let's have a look at a few of them. Yum, an Anzac biscuit. It can be fun to help bake these and even more fun to eat around Anzac Day. But it's a bit funny to remember Anzac Day by eating a biscuit, isn't it? Where did they come from? The Anzac biscuit we have today is similar to a type of food many of the Anzac soldiers carried with them. Because they didn't have fridges or shops to get food from, the soldiers needed to eat food that would not go bad over time. Many carried the first Anzac biscuits, which were a substitute for bread. Though they can be a tasty treat, they also help us remember some of the struggles Anzac soldiers went through. Another symbol you might recognise are flowers, such as red poppies or rosemary flowers. Red poppies were famously found growing in some of the most brutal locations of World War I, such as northern France and Belgium, after the war had ended. Rosemary flowers symbolise memory and were found scattered throughout the peninsula at Gallipoli. Because these flowers are very symbolic, they are used as a way for us to remember those fallen by war. They can often be seen being laid down in remembrance of fallen soldiers during days such as Anzac Day. The original Anzac Day was significant because not only was it a day to remember and pay respects to the families and friends of those that had died in war, it also played a major part in forming an Australian identity of courage and mateship that is still important today. Whilst the Anzac legend lives on, soldiers from Australia have defended our country in other wars since World War I. This means that when we commemorate Anzac Day, we remember those that have given their lives in service of our country on other occasions as well.
Right. I do understand. I honestly, did not know that Australians even took part in World War One. I didn't know, but with the UK, with the British obviously being involved, you can see how they would want to help. It's actually quite a surprise. I didn't know 10,000 men were lost. Well, I'm not going to say men because there could have been women as well, but 10,000 lives were lost. That is crazy, but I'm happy that they're celebrated and remembered.
There are many ways Anzac Day is commemorated today. Often people will rise for a dawn service. These services are held at dawn each year because this was the same time Anzac soldiers originally arrived on Gallipoli shores. What are some of the other ways we remember those in our past and present who have committed themselves to the service of our country on Anzac Day?
I appreciate this explanation. I didn't know that it was military related, and 10,000 soldiers died, trying to help the British in Turkey, which is a European country. I didn't know this. I did not know this at all. I didn't know this at all. Like, I always thought that Australia is so far away, they're not going to be attacked. They're not going to, be involved in any wars, stuff like that. But obviously, you have people who you do business with, and you're loyal to them. So you might go over there to help during a war period, but 10,000 lives lost is crazy. That's a lot of people. That's a lot of people for a country not involved in the war directly, but like more of assisting in your allies. 10,000 is a lot. It's a lot of people. And New Zealand was involved as well. I had no idea, absolutely none. I just saw the Anzac, and obviously I figured it's likely an Australian video. And when you obviously click on the video, you can see the description of the video. You can see all those little things, so it's about Australia, right? So I thought, why not check it out? But was a pretty sad video, I cannot lie to you, but I hope you guys held up quite great throughout the video, and I know it's not Anzac Day as yet, but happy, well, not happy, but I hope you guys have a wonderful day when it is Anzac Day, and I hope that to the ones who might have family ties to the people who had died, I hope that that you understand that these people who fight in wars are special people, and we're all grateful for them. Some of us will be on the wrong side of war, but we're all fighting for victory, and it's a sad thing, but it is very much appreciated when someone is capable of serving their country, even though their life will be at high risk. So thank you guys for watching this video. I appreciate it. I'm out of here. Peace.